say, I got a feeling that it's gonna be a wonderful day. The sun in the sky has a smile on his face.
There's an old-fashioned home in New Hampshire with a light in the window for me.
Morning, Retroverse. How's everyone doing? All right. Looking over there. All right, cool. Ugh. Good morning, Retroverse. Well, technically good afternoon, but how's everybody doing? I'm right now prepping some lunch before I do the actual stream I have ideally planned for today. Just a heads up, guys, I am currently on vacay at my mom's/sister's for like 10 days. This was a break that I personally needed. It was some downtime, some good TLC that I needed for myself personally. So this will be nice to actually be with a fam for like 10 days. This will be fun. So, also, while I'm at it, let me put my hair up because I've noticed my hair's getting in my face a lot. So, please. So, hair tied. Should. Nope. How's everyone doing today? It's what is today, Friday? Yeah, today's Friday, isn't it? Happy Friday, everyone. Christ. Jesus. Hair tied. There we go. Okay. All right. So how's everyone doing today? Happy Friday, everyone. So I'm gonna prep some lunch. Let's off first. So I'm gonna prep me some ramen because pretty much all I have to eat around here. My mom's gonna, according to what she says, she may go grocery shopping while she's out, or she might like send DoorDash or something delivery for groceries to the house. I'm not 100% sure. So yes, welcome in. Oh my God! Hello. What we got? Hey, Stead Muffin, how's it going? Good morning. Like guys, allergies, but yeah. Just got here, so you just arrived at the fams, or you have been there for a while. I actually, Steady, I came here last night. I had got over to here last night. That's actually where you guys saw me at when I was on the panel last night of Jigs. I was over at that table over there, my sister's table. I arrived here yesterday, last night or something like that. Last night ish. So, not to mention, hold on. Not to mention my cat. I didn't even know I had. Here's the thing. I didn't know I had cat allergies that bad. My sister and mom's cats. So just in case anyone sees me like sniveling a lot and having to wipe my nose off camera and stuff, I found out recently I possibly have a cat allergy, amongst other allergies. Not to mention my sister has, plants all over the place, which again, pollen is a double down. So, but yeah, steady. I've been here since yesterday. So, but good to see you, Stay. Welcome in. I'm gonna prep my lunch here. Camera a little bit. A little bit. I'll prep me a bowl of ramen because it's around that time. It's lunchtime, so kind of need to prep my ramen. So, typical recipe. The beauty of coming to my sister's place and making ramen, as well as amongst other delectable meals here. But mainly ramen is what I know how to make here. But she has plenty of ingredients that I'm allowed to use. She has a lot of good spices, good sauces, and this is a treat when it comes to coming here. Regardless, like not gonna regret, not to mention being here for 10 days. So. Oh, very nice. Enjoy the visit. I will. I'm gonna enjoy it. Here's the thing. My mom is currently at work. My sister is also currently at work. I'm here by myself watching the apartment for her, kind of looking after her cats, like making sure they have water and food. Also keeping myself in check, not following the ground rules here. There are certain things I cannot touch in the fridge. There's a lot of instruction that was given to me last night. So, but yes, I'm babysitting all 3 cats. That includes my mom's cat, my sister's two Siamese black cats. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So, all right. First thing I'm gonna do, I get this chicken flavor back in there because that's the main ingredient. And then, of course, is one of my other ingredients I need to grab is over here. So hold on, guys. Take a look at this. This is her cabinets. My sister doesn't mind. I do this all the time. So let's see. I need my usual ingredients, which is garlic salt. I usually use. This is Sazon. Sazon. Yep. Sazon. And of course, what hot sauce are we using today? Not like a Tabasco. Alright, so we have a couple of ingredients here that I normally use when I come over here. When I come over here, I normally have a couple of ingredients I apply to my ramen. It's usually, your typical basics, like my mom buys Sazon, everything seasoning a lot. So this is one of the main things I put in there. Garlic salt, not really because of the salt, more because of the garlic content of the salt seasoning itself. Not to mention a little Tabasco. And the reason why I chose Tabasco out of all the hot sauces she has is not to mention it was just right there. It just seemed like, convenient to grab it. So, but I personally love some Tabasco. So let's quickly emphasis on here. Take a little pop here. So let's go a little crunch. Just a little bit, not too much. Same thing with Sazon, not too much of Sazon. Don't want to do too much because this stuff is gnarly when it comes to spice. So kind of take it sideways. Good limit on that. Alright, and then add with Tabasco. Yeah, two drops, maybe a little one, just for them. Oh, god damn it! No. Of course, I missed the damn roll. All I is turn those back. Otherwise, my sister gonna kill me. Okay. Now I'm gonna put all these back because secondary one in this house or apartment. All right. So next thing I'm gonna do, pop that. Well, we got water. We gotta get some water in this bowl. Right. Normally I use tap water because who doesn't? On there. Tap water, and then of course, next step, microwave. That dog doesn't have anything in the microwave. Oh, it has some sort of baked good. I relatively try to put like up close to 4 minutes on the microwave, but normally I like to do 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And that usually is enough to cook it. I'll wait for that to microwave. So, how are you guys doing today? It's a Friday. We all know that Friday is one of the greatest days of the week. Also going to relatively take off my Burger King lunch. It's kind of hurt my wrists a little bit. Come here. So, take off this watch. Thank you. Burger King watch. Something I had when I was a kid. I actually ordered this off of eBay, I think last month, a couple months ago, last year. I don't know. But that is directly from my childhood. So, right. Real quick, how is everyone? Steady says she had just gotten here when she came in. God, where's Beanzo? I was hoping he would be here, but Steady says, have I been making ramen? I almost did a bit. Steady says, have I been making ramen wrong my whole life? Are you supposed to add the flavor before you cook it? Well, that's just it. Stay. There is different ways you can make it. In my opinion, there's really no wrong way to do it. Like everyone has their preference. It's like if you put cereal in and then the milk, or you put milk, which came first. I don't know. I personally don't think there's a preference as to right or wrong way to make ramen. It's one of those things. Same thing as cereal. Like make a bowl of cereal. Like you can make it either or. Like it's your choice. So there's no need for people to get territorial about certain ways people make stuff like these, like ramen. Also, real quick, how many more minutes we got? We got like 1 minute and about 20 seconds counting on the clock on that microwave. So real quick, let me take a sip of my juice I made. Beans is at work. Kind of figured the floor butter. Got some of this. I've got like a drink mix juice that I found them in the cupboard. My sister usually keeps these little single packets because she knows that sometimes I like to have a little juice. And the packet I found, it was just labeled and I'm not even joking, it was labeled unicorn. So that's one of the things I wanted to try today. So let me quickly Check this up. Kool-Aid. This is why I would. When we was kids and Kool-Aid singles came out, where they had the single packets, pretty big deal. I guess when we were children, and by we I mean me and my siblings, we didn't really get the concept of the classic Kool-Aid packets where you would have to put it in and add sugar versus it already being in the mix. Because Grandma always bought those tubs that were of the powder that you would find in the singles of nowadays, and we would just, tip like Tang, no less, but Kool-Aid. Speaking of which, I'm actually wearing I'll let that sit there for a minute. But I'm actually wearing Kool-Aid socks as we consider this because why not? All right, real quick, take a sip of this juice, give myself a little hydration. Yep, typical unicorn flavor. Tastes too much like cotton candy or birthday cake. Ugh. But it's juice. I'll help you hydrate. All right. Come over here. All right. Now, my sister has oven mitts, but the problem is that those oven mitts literally, for my huge hands, do not have good grip. Now, some of you are going to think, Richard, you're crazy. No, I'm not. Because along with having such huge hands, these gloves, even though the heat goes through them, it also protects my hands from the burns. But I still feel the uncomfortable heat, but it's not as bad because I don't know what it is. I have this somewhat tolerance to those kind of heat on my hands. I don't get pain receptors that react well in my hands when it comes to so. Oh yeah, I need a fork no less. Go in here, grab a fork. I usually grab. So there. Okay. Let's check and see if it's done. Guaranteed it's done. Yep, smells good too. Good flavor, good smell, good scent. Alright. Quickly use the palm of my gloves. This is the trick, is to use the palm of my gloves versus using my fingers. Possibly burning my fingers off. Oh, when you're dealing with that kind of heat, you use the palm of the glove, no less. So on that, we use the palm again. Bring it over to the sink. Carefully though. And I'm gonna grab with the tip of my oh shit, you guys can't see. Ah, Jesus. Alright. Now look over here. Observe. Now with the fingertips, my tip of my fingers, bring that over here, grab the tip, use the tip of my fingers to pinch the side of the bowl slightly. That way the liquid goes forward when straining. Now, real quick, I normally don't strain all the liquid because you want some of the broth left over to kind of help flavor the meal itself. So, the technique here, slightly grip it. There you go. Alright. Leave a good portion of the broth. Now, my sister usually keeps like shredded cheese that I'm allowed to use. I think my mom did actually, I think, inform me that there is a cheese I can use that is not shredded, but it's a little bit easier. So, the cheese to real quick. Aside from our shredded cheese, the cheese that keeps Mom or Ari bought some cubed cheddar. Put that there. Bring that over here. Now that it's no longer filled with boiling, almost hot boiling liquid. So now, I think for a cheese cube, I don't think you would need a lot. Wee woos. Bunch of wee woos going on. What I'm going to do, I'm with my gloves, so cross contamination. But I think I'm gonna grab at least one and two. 2 cheese scoops should do it. Quality versus quantity, you know what I mean? Shit. Anyways, be right back, guys. Hold on. Sealed it tight. Okay. Now, here's the trick to it all. Now, y'all are thinking, Retro, why are you adding more hot sauce? You just put hot sauce in before putting it in liquid. I'm like, well, here's why. Okay. Because aside from adding the Tabasco, when you put liquid in, that dilutes the flavor. Because that's meant to like deter the flavor a little bit better, so it kind of has that punch to it, you know. So, real quick, let's mix in the cheese cube. If it'll mix this time. Stick the cheese in there. Cheese in there. I'm gonna try to stuff the cheese cubes within the ramen, so while it sits there, the cheese will melt and get gooey while it's in the ramen pile. And then once it does that, it'll be easy to mix it around. Now, while it's done doing that, my sister always tells me when you're dealing with sriracha, you have to shake it real good because it normally gets like all the like components or something gets stuck to the bottom. It's like shaking a bottle of milk or something. So, with that being done, just a drop or two. Stuff some nut. 1, 2, and maybe one more. A small one. There you go. And in my pocket. So now let's close this up. There's a little droplet on that tip of that bottle, so let me flick it in there real quick. Dab it. All right. There. Now I'm going to stick the bottle back in the fridge. Now let's give the bowl a minute, because while the convection heat of the ramen being cooked is in there with the cheese, it's going to make the cheese within the middle of the ramen like gooey, like I said, with convection heat, and it's gonna perfect it out. So I'm gonna give that a minute. I should have something to cover it, but yes. Oh, perfect. Left our plate, cover the top of it. Perfect. So that will create convection heat. Like, you look at this. Putting a plate on top of it will create an amount of convection heat. So once that's set there for a minute or two, it'll come out the way I want it to. So I'm going to set that to the side here carefully. I can already feel the heat, a bit of the warmth heat on the sides of the bowl. I didn't feel before when I picked it up after straining the liquid. So, all right. So how is everyone doing today? Real quick. So Beanzo's at work. It's unfortunate that he's at work, but at the same time, I know he's got to pay his bills. I watched a video or something on Beanzo talking about the house he lives in, where he's at, and how he was at one point considering looking for a cheaper place. I think he mentioned this in one of his videos. So yeah. I get where he comes from with that. I don't personally have to worry about like paying for a place per se. I do technically have. If you think about it, the place I'm currently at where I live, being a provider home, I'm still technically paying rent and by room and board law, because just because they're my providers and they let me stay in there, it's not that they're letting me stay there for free. My insurance, my SSDI pays them like, I guess, 800, 900 a month for me to be there. So my insurance does. It comes out of, I guess, what we call my rep pay account or something like that. And it pays for my stay, my room, the room I stay in, the heat, my well-being, my room and board, the food they serve, all of it. So, but the bonus part of it is that I also get a little bit of spending cash, like 15 a week plus the $25 bonus each month. That helps me go out and get like groceries, like whatever I want, like drinks, different snacks, stuff like I want to eat versus what they're serving. And then there's the side stuff like batteries, like utilities, like razors, stuff that they don't really provide. It's mainly my providers are mainly there to provide like food, water, a half decent shower, like a place to stay, a roof over my head, blah blah blah. So with that being in the equation, I also, when I get my spending money, I go shopping for razors, shaving cream, side things like batteries for the Walkman, stuff I might need for side projects with YouTube, anything like that. So coffee, caffeine, you know it. So, but but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. So. I will inform you guys in regarding to when I get home after the 10 days. I was informed by my provider, who I like to preferably call my adopted brother. Um, he gave me a great idea, and I think it's perfect. Um, he basically told me that before we came here, yes, it was Thursday, it would have been a shopping day yesterday, nonetheless. So my weekly $15 check came in, and he's like, hey, maybe you should save that 15 for when you come back from the vacay. And I'm like, okay, what's your point? And he tells me, like, yeah, you have that $15 check that came this week. You'll have the $15 check that comes next week. And then he told me, and also the week after, you have a $15 check, which I also knew that that third week is the new month. So there's that $25 bonus for my SSDI that comes in the mail. And that's like 4 checks. And when I did the math, it's $70 in like spending cash to go and grab whatever I need for groceries. Like shampoo, soap, stuff like that. Or even like caffeine to wake up every morning. So, but yeah. All right. I think while I explained that, I think our little thing here might be just about ready to be mixed. So, off. Let's stir it around carefully. All right, yep, the cheese cubes are pretty good. Okay. Stir that around real nice. Yep. Stir that around nicely. Yep. This is I thought the cheese cubes. Look at that. Cheese cubes are nice and gooey, nice and soft, moist. So the unfortunate thing is cheddar cheese cubes are a little bit harder to like soften, spread around, dissolve. I don't know what you would call them, but because they're a harder type of cheese, they're a lot more solid and a lot more dense. I would have to say they are a little bit more difficult to equally blend into something like this via convection. So that's that. Okay. Okay. There you go. Nice, half decent meal. So while I'm at it, let me bring myself over to the stools here, and I'm gonna eat my lunch, and we'll talk over this meal. So, hey, Cuzzy, how's it going? How you doing, Amelia? Welcome in. All right, hold on. I'm gonna turn this around. I'm gonna be eating at the bar here today, because I don't want to mess up the tail. Give me a sec. Let me just clear my spot. Also gonna take advantage of the situation by putting on the coat. Just seems appropriate. Not to mention it's a little chilly in here. Mom keeps this place, well, both my mother and my sister keep this place well air conditioned. So, hold on. Bar stool out. Move my sister's shoes out of the way a little bit so I don't wreck them. So, all right. All right. Real quick, let's pull this over this way. All right. I'm at it. Let me get the microphone around the computer cord. Bring the microphone this way. Put the microphone there. This over so the glare from the window outside doesn't make a difference. Hold on, let me shut off the lamp that's over by the table real quick. Give me a second. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. Real quick, I am on vacation. Not really in Hawaii or anywhere, but my mother, aside from me being on vacation here for 10 days to be with my mom and stuff, Mom brought home a lei that she got from my brother's wife's birthday party. Look at this. But I'm going to keep that off. So it's going to keep that on. I feel like I'm on vacay. Right. This around. Now, let's put the bowl onto the plate here. For bed. All right. To answer your question, Cuzzy, we have a ramen dish for lunch today. Also, not to, thank God that was closed. And also to mention, we have a Kool-Aid single drink, which is powder drink, and the flavor I guess is called unicorn, no less. You know what? Don't get me wrong, guys. I love that my mom gets me these things. It's very uncomfortable to wear around the neck. These are not very comfortable to wear around the neck. I'm not gonna lie. So, all right. Okay. So let me quickly show you guys the bowl and stuff here. There you go. Pull that closer. Well, move that outside. Pull the drink around, and then of course let's quickly indulge. Jeez. So I mean, I'm not sure if you were here when I was making this. It's got two cheddar cheese cubes in it, like regular mild cheddar in here. It's made with Sazon everything seasoning. It's made with just pinch of garlic. It's made with a pinch of garlic salt. We added Tabasco We pre-added Tabasco when we put in the broth of the liquid to cook it, and then when we strained the broth, we added just a touch of sriracha. So, unicorn juice. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the flavor. It's the juice is actually a brand of I guess Crystal Light or something. Wavering Light? I can't remember, but all right. So real quick, let's take a bite. Let's take a bite with the cheese in it. So. The cheese really makes a good blend. It's pretty well blended with flavor. I think the cheese really good. I'm bad with this. The cheese really does well being coinciding with the different spices like Tabasco, sriracha, the Sazon, the garlic salt. It really does come together. It equals itself out perfectly. The flavors are just all in harmony together. It's pretty good. So, my hubby likes to add Vienna sauces and hot sauce to his ramen. When you say Vienna, I know exactly what you mean. That queso style cheese, right? That stuff's good. So, real quick, gonna cleanse my palate with a little bit of unicorn. At this point, I'm just gonna start calling it unicorn elixir. Or the unicorn potion. I don't know. But yeah, it's been quite a day. Amelia says, I used to make my ramen very cheesy. I used to make my ramen very cheesy, like a long noodle mac and cheese kind of thing. I don't blame you. Who doesn't like cheese? Am I right? I mean, Amelia, I come to your streams all the time, like saying this sort of thing, like the whole I like cheese. Oh, by the way, Amelia, I told my mom about that joke we did in your chat out in regarding to ramen. I think it was your chat. Amelia, correct me if I'm wrong. Was it your live stream chat where we made the joke of raw men? Was that the joke we pulled? Was it raw men in your joke for that joke? I don't remember. It's vague. It's vague. So, but yeah, I think I made that joke in your chat. It could have been someone else's, but yeah. So. I will say though, cheese. Oh, what is your chat? Oh, nice, spot on. Ugh. But yeah, another thing about this little dish is that aside from the cheese coinciding and making a wonderful harmony and wonderful taste and flavor, it's also got a bit of a tingly bite to it. That's really really good. It just compliments me a lot. Is that little tingle, that little touch of a tingly, like tingle your tongue type of bite to the spice. So it was nice. This is nice. So, and I couldn't have asked for a better meal. So, and this is one of the main things I look forward to when I come over to my sister's place. They always stock up on ramen because my sister loves anime. She loves like watching anime and eating ramen. She's got like several like traditional ramen bowls. She's got chopsticks galore on here. So, but you guys know me. I couldn't use chopsticks from the broadside of a barn. Not to mention, I'm not allowed to use her ramen bowl, so it's usually just bowl, fork. you know. Or I usually would chopstick it. I would fork it. Oh god, that's terrible. I didn't even think of that first. Like fork it. Oh my god, that's terrible. But yeah, this has like been my day so far. Alzax, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in, Alzax. That tickle is probably the sriracha sauce, which we call rooster sauce because there is a rooster on the bottle. Yeah, normally there is a rooster on the bottle. Hey, Mila says, "I would teach you to use chopsticks if I was there, Cuzzy." Well, I love you to death, Cuzzy, but you might, cousin YTK. You gotta understand something. I am a horrible student when it comes to those kind of concepts. Bet that sounded better in your head. Oh, don't put me in that category, Amelia. I love you, but don't put me in that category. Yeesh. What's the matter with you? All right, but while we're at it, let's do a little general convo. Woke up at 12. Gonna shave now while I listen to you. Nice. So, to clarify, I arrived at my mother's yesterday. at night ish. It was like, what was it? It was like 4 or 5 ish o'clock when I arrived home here because I had to be here when mom was off work. And to clarify, my mom and my sister have already gone to work today. Mom left this morning around the same time my sister left with her boyfriend because they both work at jobs or something. And I'm actually here, like, not only just staying here on vacay, I'm also here kind of helping watch the cats. There's my mom's cat, and then there's my sister's 2 cats. So 3 cats I'm looking after. So, if Amelia says, if I could teach little kids to use them, I'm confident I would teach you too, but I don't know. Yeah, it might be a challenge. Excuse me. I don't know, Amelia. That you might be calling your bluff there, miss. So, it may be a little bit more difficult than you think. So, it may be just a tad bit more difficult than you think. Alex says, dude, I tried the witch's brew. Alex, about that, when it comes to that kind of energy drink, the thing is, I'm not a very big green apple fan, let alone caramel green apple fan. I've never really been a green apple, like, anything fan. Not even if it was just straight juice. I'm not a fan of Granny Smith apples. Like, the green apples, never really was a fan of them, but I wanted to, like, try the drink because, hey, with Retroween 2025, or as we're calling it this year, this is going to give it that touch of, like, catchy name. With Retroween 25 coming this year, I didn't want to, like, miss out, on trying this year's edition of the Alani Witch's Brew energy drink. I've come to realize that with each year, the recipes are different. So, and Amelia says, what did she say? I'm patient, and we could use trainers on. I'm patient, and we could use the trainers on the chopsticks to get you comfortable first, and then slowly take them off. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Back up a minute. Now, I've heard of a bicycle having what we call training wheels. And nobody told me there was, like, training chopstick. No one told me there was trainers for chopsticks like that. You mean to tell me there's training wheels for chopsticks? Is what you're trying to tell me? I didn't know anything about that. Heck, when I was a kid, we didn't even have that. When I was growing up in the early 2000s, when we had, like, I guess a Chinese food day, because one of our classes, like one of our grades, one of the grades I was in during that year in Vassaboro, we had like a Chinese New Year day or something, and the school ordered like a ton of Chinese food, and they were trying to get me to use chopsticks on it, and I'm like struggling because what you're saying they had for trainers, they did not have during those times in school. So, so yeah. And it says, "Yep, they have them. My son used to use them," and Stay says, "There sure, yes, there sure is." Man, why? Why was I not introduced to that? That and the fact that there are raccoon dogs that are literally just raccoon canine animals. So, like, not only me, there was some guy on Facebook Reels called Taco Reacts that didn't know about raccoon dogs that look like raccoons. But here's the thing about this guy I was watching on Facebook Reels. His name is like Taco Reacts or something. And whenever he hears stuff about like a raccoon, he calls him a trash panda. So he calls him like a trash panda. And he'll say like when I watched the video on the trash panda canine dogs, like raccoon dogs, dude, this guy Taco reacts so like funny. Like he's like, wait, they have trash panda puppy dogs. So, and it's funny because if you think about it, when you look at a red panda, it looks like a red raccoon. And this guy I was watching was looking. He's like, "Don't worry, that's not an actual trash panda. That is a ginger trash panda, and they do not have murder mittens. They have little cute toe beans." So I was like, "Damn, this guy's got a word for everything." So believe it or not, my dad before he died, he actually had a raccoon. He had a trash panda that he, I guess, sheltered in his house. I don't know why. so, so basically, it's chopsticks with a wedge between them. I've seen the wrapper used and a rubber band around the top holding them together. Wow. Makes you want, one other memory I remember when I was like growing up in high school, at least. One of my birthdays, my mom or somebody for my birthday got me one of them rubber band shooter guns. It's a rubber band gun. You wrap it around the front and you can do this. I got so many people with that rubber band gun. I'm like, yeah. Oh, Amelia sent me a link. She says, sent you a link of what they look like. I would have to assume that's through Discord, correct? When you send me that, that's through Discord, correct? Because I don't believe you know where any of I'm pretty sure. Amelia doesn't have me on any other socials other than Discord. So, but Amelia, yes, I will definitely go ahead and check Discord if that's where he sent it. Stay says my coworker loves to feed the trash pandas. The trash pandas at his house. Oh God. Yeah, my dad fed one particular trash panda that began to come to his house regularly, and then eventually my dad's like, "Oh fuck it, come on in." So, God damn it. So, this is. Amelia says we have used a rubber band before. It's not as good as the trainers. Nice. Amelia says we found a trash panda in our garbage. He was a little baby and so cute. Aww. Careful, if it was a baby, guaranteed Mama Trash Panda was right there. No, if there is one thing I've learned through various references, including, I guess, Brother Bear 2, we'll know where this is going. It's all trash pandas. Trash panda babies are cute and all. Just watch out for Mama Trash Panda. You mess with her baby, you're gonna get the paws. You're gonna get the claws on them paws. And you get what we call the murder mittens. So there are 3 animals in this house right now that could potentially get me with some murder mittens. So they're called kittens. So there are 3 kittens in this house, and these 3 kittens have murder mittens. There. Rhyme for the morning. So. And Amelia says yes. Discord, I will check that in a minute after I finish my meal. I mean, God, what was the other memories from my childhood in regarding like food-based memories? Oh, I actually will tell you guys a little story that I was telling my 2 housemates on the way here. When me and my sister were like growing up, and we had first moved here to New Hampshire from our lovely place in Vassaboro, Maine, which I still regret moving away from because it was such a nice little wholesome place. I don't know why the hell my grandma wanted to move away from there so badly. We had a nice little. I mean, granted, it's a trailer park, but still, I like the idealism of having like friends there and all that. But yeah, we had to move away from there forever. But yeah. So back to where I was saying before. When we moved here to New Hampshire, we lived in a little town called Middleton. And the place in Middleton was by a lake called Sunrise Lake. Um, we would go into like, well, go into the lake and swim. And then, of course, winter time came around one of the years. I have two memories in regards to this, and of course, two separate winters. The first winter we were there, my sister was still kind of learning to be a pastry chef, which included like baking the bread itself. So my sister told me and my siblings that she wanted to make us like morning breakfast of miniaturized muffins. So my sister, she like, and it's blueberry muffins no less. It was, dude, all three of us oldest were excited, like, hey, Ari's making us breakfast and blueberry muffins. So she goes to bake them. They get done. What she has, Amanda says, I do have a small clip of the trash panda being cute in the garbage. Of course, we let him go. He was so cute, though. Oh, well, of course. But yeah, my sister went ahead and baked these muffins. We thought they were like done and they were okay coming out of the oven. Turns out when Ari pulled the muffins out the damn oven, we didn't even know what we were about to get ourselves into. And I was so hasty to sink my teeth into the muffins. Ari says, careful, they're hot. And we waited for them to cool. I couldn't wait any longer. I went to take a bite and damn near chipped my tooth on the muffin. I tried so hard not to be to be a dick to my sister, or at least sound like one to my sister, because you gotta remember she's 6 years old and I'm like 8 or 9 years old at the time, and or older, whatever. But she looks at me, she's like, how are they, Zach? And I'm like, I'm getting nervous, because even though me and my sister had a sword vendetta against each other, I also didn't want to like hurt her feelings. So I told her, as in like a very sweet, kind, soft, brotherly tone, I says, Ari, I love you. And I'm not trying, and I reassured her, like, I love you. I appreciate the fact that you made us some muffins. And I told her, I says, I'm not trying to be mean. The muffins are like hard as a rock. And Ari's like, no way. So she pulls one out, and goes to buy it. She can't even sink her teeth in. It's hard as a rock. So Ari goes, oh man, and she's not even phased. She's not even upset. So we set the muffins on the table, and before Graham comes down, she's like, I smell muffins, and us kids just look at Graham and go, you don't want to bite into these, So, bunch of wee woos wambling from by, but yeah. Alex said something. Alex said something on me being New Hampshire. Alex says, Retro, have you ever heard of Madbury NH? Madbury NH. A tragic incident happened there the other day. It was on the news. Don't want to go into details because I know how you are about being positive on the channel. Well, to be fair, I was like, I don't really watch the news because I don't have like ability to watch. The TV in my room has no like streaming service for the news. I personally don't like watching the news, no offense, unless I'm in my housemate's room, like visiting him for morning coffee or something, and we just see something interesting. But I'm sorry if that's like something that happened there. not interested, only because I'm trying to be positive, like you said. But also, I do kind of have my condolences for whatever happened. So, Amelia says, because he couldn't hold back on muffining, I can relate. Rock muffin candy, no less. So Graham just pats my sister on the shoulder and says, maybe next time, all right. And she said, and Graham talked to Ari, and when Ari came back, realizing what he did wrong, she's like, now what do we do? We're look at the muffins. I look outside, see there's a nice little ice patch outside, and I just look at my sibling and go, and I'm holding like, just look at it, I just go, hockey? And the funny part is we had, all three of us kids, or all four of us, had hockey sticks. So, so all four of us had hockey sticks that we got for, I guess, Christmas or something, like novelty. And we went outside and proceeded to like play hockey, like ice hockey, with the rock hard muffins being the pucks. So I guess that year wasn't a complete letdown, you know. Stay says, "Oh my gosh, Al, I just checked that out. That's awful." So, you know, you know what? I was like, I normally don't check this stuff out, but because you brought it up and it seems like it's a big concern, I'll check it out. But don't worry, I'm not gonna get upset or anything. I've learned to get over news stories pretty easily. I mostly get upset if it's a situation that I'm currently involved in or close to. So yeah, I'll check the news story out. I'll probably feel like remorseful, but I'm not gonna feel like terribly bad as if it were me involved, you know. But I am gonna feel remorseful in regard to how awful it is. So, but I will check it out. You all seem pretty concerned about it, so I feel like obligated to check it out and see what's going on. So, Stacey says muffin hockey pucks. Yep, that is the epitome of eating pucks and liking them. that is that is the epitome of getting your daily dosage of a hockey puck. So. Oh my god. MDL, what's going on, brother? Welcome in. I don't think I've seen you here in a while or at all. How you doing? All right. Excuse me. Eesh. All right, cuz I won't check it out. Thank you. Love you. Love you, sweet being you. Oof. Oh, I miss. Y'all remember that SpongeBob episode where he's like, when in doubt, pinky out. Oh, I still love that episode. She wears a head full of air. You mean she puts on airs? I guess. That's just fancy talk. If you want to be fancy, hold your pinky up. The higher you hold, the fancier you are. Freaking love that. Steady says something of flower. Okay. MDL says this is my first visit here. Well, welcome in, MDL. How you doing, brother? Don't worry, MDL. You won't be disappointed. We're all good people, and my cousin Chat Emil would also say we're all mad here. Like we all can get along while being the cuckoo crazy. Ain't that right, cousin Amelia? Amelia knows. Amelia is a wizard when it comes to dabbling in the art of the craziness that happens here. And we're talking not like toxic, or we're talking about goofball crazy. So speaking of goofball, like goofy goober crazy. So I'm gonna put a star. You made me lose one of my good noodle stars. Well, who cares about a stupid star? Maybe. Well, Patrick, it looks like you know a lot about stupid star. Consider you are one. And then he goes, excuse me. Excuse me. And then he goes, I'll do what you after class. It is after class. It was better. It's better than 24. 25. So we are all mad here. Yes, I think Emil would double down know about that because I once saw a picture of Emil that she sent to me personally of her wearing like a Mad Hatter hat. So it makes sense. You know, if Emil's gonna be the Mad Hatter, I won't be Alice in Wonderland. I'll be a male version of Alice called Alexander in Wonderland. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So if I can't be Alice in Wonderland because I'm a guy, then again, there's a guy named Alice Cooper, but still, I feel like Alice Cooper is the only one that's earned that title. So, but I will be Alexander in Wonderland or Alex in Wonderland versus Alice. So I don't feel like my name would be Alice, not because I'm generalizing as a female name, but I don't see myself being Alice regardless. Like I don't see me being named Alice regarding male or female. You know, I see myself being Alex. Like, not to mention, speaking of that, there's an interesting thing I gotta tell you guys here in this. People blaring their music, I'd say, god dang. Yes, I was the amazing Mad Hatter. And I am her sidekick Pickle, the amazing Pickle. This king. That's it. That's literally from a episode of Wizards of Waverly Place. Oi. Let's drop the topic, Al. Alright. But one of the things I've grown to realize while being in public eye, like y'all, like I don't think anyone on this YouTube chat right now who's here right now has ever seen me like in public, other than I guess Bruins fan. There are only two people that are part of my community that have seen me in public because they see me like because they live around. So that would be like, you know, Bruins fan or Butterfly 12 or even Little Stokes. So, but here's what I witness while I'm in public, aside from people that know me on YouTube. Like, sometimes when I go into a store, because I'm, again, being 6 foot tall, 1 inch, I'll walk by an aisle. There's usually like a short old lady or even a short person there, male or female, old lady, doesn't matter, guy, whatever. And they'll look at me and they'll just, I don't know why. It just seems every time they don't just say, hey, can you help me? It's always they look at me while pointing at me going, and I'm like, and then they'll say, I'm like, and it's gotten to the point where I just see them where I've gotten used to that signal where I just go ahead and like, and I'm just pointing at the shelf where they need help, and they're like, so and I come over to them like, all right, we need off the top shelf, Junior. So, and I've grown accustomed to calling like shorter people Junior because of their size, you know. So that like kid, Junior, it doesn't matter how old they are to me. I still find them to be smaller than me, so I always call them like Junior or kid, just as a derogatory thing. So, but not derogatory, rhetorical thing. Sorry, wrong word. But that's one of the things I experienced while going in public. One of the other things I've experienced on several occasions, and it's usually like an elderly female, mother or grandmother status that'll do this. Like I'll go into like a store or something, and I'll be walking into the store or in park lot, I'll be in the store, and these people will walk up to me and go, "Josh, is that you? Josh, is that you?" It's never any other name either. Like they confuse me with, and it's been like 3 or 4 people that have called me Josh in public that I personally don't even know. So, cause helping all us shorties, I'm 5'4" at 110 pounds. Aw. Cause if you was hurt and falling down, I'd carry you. I'd carry you to your husband. Your husband can carry you the rest of the way. Steady says my son is 6'1", and I told him he is required to help the shorter folks in the grocery store because I'm only 5'1" and it sucks. Steady, let me tell you something, sweet pea. I am not a stranger to helping people shorter than me because let's face it, when my gram was still living in state, when my gram was still living in state in Farmington in the apartment, and anytime I was over there, my gram would be in like a kitchen, and she'd see me. She's like, Zachy, honey, and I'm like, what's the matter, Gram? She'll go, can you help me get something off the top shelf? I'm like, sure, Gma, what you need? And she'll tell me, and I'll grab it off the top shelf. Sometimes, if I'm feeling playful, I'll do like this sort of thing. I'll play around with it. I'm like, here you go, and I'll pull it up. I'm like, oh, like, toy with her a little bit, tease her a little bit, because after all, I'm her grandson, and she teased me as a child, so in a playful manner. So it's my turn to get her sometimes, So sometimes I like to do that with my gram, where I like willingly get something off the top shelf, and I'm like, here you go, and then she's like, oh, thank you. I'm like, play around, like, joke around and stuff. So it's those family types of jokes. But not gonna lie to you guys, I have been called Josh or mistaken to be a Josh in public so many times. There's even people I personally have gotten acquainted with that know my name is Zach, and y'all don't have to worry about my name saying my name is Zach on camera because it's actually in my channel bio, my first name. So my first name is actually listed in my channel bio. Only my first name though. But yeah. So they know my name is Zach or Zachriel in real life, but for whatever reason, I'm always considered to be a Josh. Actually, one time someone who knew me as Zach, being Zach, they called me Josh, and they're like, I don't know why your name is Zach. I always think you look more like a Josh. And I'm like, God damn it. She's like, fair enough. Stay says he bought me a step stool one year for our Mother's Day because he wasn't always going to be around to help me. He also hides my stuff on the top shelf, like light bulbs, my cell phone. Ooh, a typical trickster, silly rabbit trickster for kids. Yes, sir. But yeah, I am always like identified. Doesn't matter if it's like one of my close friends that are like in elderly age or just someone that meets me on the street that mistakes me for someone else. It's always the rhetorical name of me being called Josh. And I'm like, at this point, I'm just going to write it on my name tag. I'm going to literally just walk up to or go online and look for like some sort of name tag and write like at the top, my name is Zach, but if you feel obligated, my nickname is Josh or something like that. And because it's getting to the point where it's like almost playable as a wild card to be funny. Or make a t-shirt that says my name is like Zach, but my wild card is Josh or something like that. J for Josh. So I could like put like a poker card that's like the J for Jack, and then put like Josh Peck or something on there. I still think that'd be genius. I don't know. I think it's perfect, but besides the point. One of the things I know I myself has a weakness. Stay says once he put my phone on the ceiling fan. Ooh. Ooh, I would have been pissed. Ooh, ooh. Like, here's the thing, Steady. I'm tall enough to reach the ceiling fan though. Had I had one of those kind of personal belongings on the ceiling fan because someone put there, I would have been pissed. I would have been pissed because I would look at them and said, if that falls and breaks, it's your money that's paying for it. You know, I would have been pissed. No, I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have been pissed. Lowell, sounds like your son likes to prank. That's all right. I got called a crank one day. You know, I think I made a joke somewhere, and it involved someone like picking up a crank in a game, like one of those cranks you use to crank something. And I picked up, like, there's another crank I know from video game lore. And I guess someone on my chat said, who else do you know that's considered to be called a crank? I'm like, you know, I know. so, but I do want to let you guys know there is the other game that I got that someone in the game is considered to be a crank. It's a game. It's Lego City. It's the Lego City Uncover game, Lego City Chase Undercover. When he goes into the mines to look for Terrence Stinky Fletcher, and they told him he sounded like a crank. So. Stay says he likes to give mom a hard time. Amelia. Well, I can validate. I give my mom a hard time all the time. It's my job. Listen, for every mom that's out here in this chat, like Steady and Amelia, because we all know Amelia's car as a kid. I think she mentions it. For you moms in chat, do you not realize that us as your children, it is our job. It is our job to give you a hard time. It is our sovereign duty to mess with you on occasion when we get to this kind of age of sarcasm. It is our duty and honor and our civil duty to be the one that messes with you the most. So, just a heads up. My mom knows that what she's required to have done. You know, she knows what treatment she's gonna get when I come over. So, like, it is like I've already explained to my mother. She actually had to. My mother actually asked me this when she said, "Why are you so what?" Mom looks at me. She goes, "Why you gotta give me a hard time like that?" And I'm like, "Because not one, you're the one that raised me. Two, we grew up in a family full of people that invoke in sarcasm. Three, I'm the youngest boy of the family, and it is my job and my duty to do so. My responsibility to give you a hard time." So, Mom just looked at me and nodded her head. She's like, "Okay, fair enough, touche." So, excuse me. And she says, "Nah, I can never get mad at him. He's just a big old sweet baby boy." You know, my mom actually says that to me on occasion. Actually, she don't really call me baby boy. She calls me her little monkey boy. My mom has been calling me a monkey boy since childhood. So, and the reasoning for her calling me monkey boy was because when I was like, I guess, old enough to where I could climb trees and stuff, I would eat like bananas or banana bread and like climb trees as a daily hobby. So we had a couple types of trees in the backyard I would climb, and there was a tree that was in on my grandma's. It was between my grandma's side of the yard, our neighbors, and we would climb that tree as high as we could. And then my stupid butt would have a hard time climbing down because one, I do love climbing trees. The downside is I don't like heights. I still don't like heights. So that is one of the main things I do not like about climbing trees. But I now, being being my age now, where I am older, have longer legs, but also to be not let's not to be confused with the fact that I also just had tetanus, tetanus, is it? No, tendonitis in my left knee. Well, I'm sure a lot of you remember this because this was on this channel when I got monetized. Unless it was weird. So, and this was before I got demonetized. I had gotten tendonitis in my left knee that time when my knee was injured, and now the doctor told me after recovery, they said you will recover, but know that you'll never be the same. Your knee is never going to be the same. Therefore, there are going to be certain physical activities you're not going to be able to do anymore. And that was one thing that really broke my inner heart and soul, was finding out that after getting tendonitis in my left knee, no less, I found out there are certain physical activities I cannot do. There are certain physical activities I no longer can perform. One, I can't ride my bike anymore. I can't ride my bike anywhere. Not I could either way because the bike's broken and it's been broken and rusted for a while. Two, I can't really dance. I can't really do the jig and dance that much anymore because that involves my leg movement. What else? I can't really do a lot of leg type of work. There's just a lot I can't do after getting tendonitis in my left knee. It's horrible. So, Airspace is LUNG. No, I didn't say it. He says lunch. So, Stay says that's funny. Mikey hates heights too. How y'all going to be so darn tall and afraid of being up? You know, Steady, I've yet to figure that out. It's one of the many questions of life that will never get answered. That and how many licks does it take to get the Tootsie Roll sound of a Tootsie Pop? That's one of those questions. No, it's one of those Tootsie Pop type of questions. Airspire says, you are not going to be able to follow your dream. Wait, what did he say? He says, you're not going to be able to follow your dream of playing outside linebacker for the Green Bay Packers. Nor would I want to, because Lambeau Field, hell no. Green Bay is a horrible place to go during winter, and football season is winter. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't want to play for Green Bay if that, because hell, Lambeau Field, no roof. They don't have good coverage at Lambeau Field, and I'm not willing to get I'm not willing to freeze my bollocks off just to win a game. You know, it's not worth it. So that can go screw. If you want me to play for any football team, I'll be with Jigs in the New York Giants or the Kansas City Chiefs. No, Lambeau Field, kiss my ass. You know, I don't. That's one of the main things I don't like. Okay. Heights, thunder, and lightning. I mean, y'all, I would hope some of you remember my community tab post of me cowering under my sister's table. And yes, it was that table I cowered under. I don't like freezing cold weather. I get cold real fucking easily. So, I don't like certain scary movies. I have a heart problem, no less. Airspire says, bro, Miami. That I respectfully. It's all a mystery to us. Airspire says, skip the licks and hope you have strong teeth. Bite the Tootsie Pop. I'm old. My teeth would my teeth would divorce me on this. Damn it, that's hard. That's awesome. All right. And Airspire says, "Bro, Miami, not NYC or K. Freezing still. Well, whatever. Don't pick on me. I know what I'm talking about." But one of the things that I also I was on to something that I lost train of thought. That is 100% one of the things I hate about myself is those senior moments I get. Hello, welcome home.
Hello.
Amelia's here for my hello. She's on the chat.
Oh. Awesome. Yeah. Hi, baby.
Hello, welcome home. I was just telling the chat about how it's my civil duty to mess with you on occasion. Love me, baby boy.
Oh, yeah.
Telling them all the stories about monkey boy business and all that.
Awesome.
You look tired. Why don't you go?
I'm tired and it's really hot outside.
Well, aren't you glad you came inside?
Yeah.
Now,
Definitely.
I love you.
Thank you, kiddo.
Go. Take a load off, please. I don't need you collapsing. I love you. Airspire says, I'm a Bengals fan. So my team plays in ice too, though. Yeah. Airspire says, short-term memory loss. Doesn't matter. We call it a senior moment in this house. So Amelia says, hello. Welcome home, Mom. I'm sure she appreciates it. My mom's too tired, though. She's exhausted. Airspire says, it happens. It happens. You have to remember what you are talking about and about that lead. About that lead or lead? I can't read either. That's one of my other weaknesses. About that lead you got. No. Lead you to. Damn it. I can't read. It happened. You know what? Avoid. Next. It's not my fault. It's one of those peanut from Jeff Dahmer's. I know I didn't finish school, but that freaking says Sanatana. You know, it's pronounced Santana. Well, they're wrong. Guy just looked at me funny. Sorry. You know. But yeah, it's nice. Damn, we've been live for an hour and 24 minutes, more than necessary. Yeah. Maybe it is spelled led to. I know that was the punctuation I was going for. Led to, you think. Yeah, led you to the. Oh, I got you. That led you to the thing you forgot. Okay, thanks. Love you, Spider. Don't come to my house. My mom has arachnophobia. Just kidding. Ooh, that's a good story. Hold on. Airspire, I'm not sure if you were here when this happened. It was during the day of April Fools. So this has to pertain to the first gameplay we're going to do today. It's related, but I'm not going to play the map that particular time. But listen, my mom was in the other room, and I think Amelia, my YT cousin, knows where I'm going with this. I think she was present during the time I tried to pull this joke, or she knows about it. My mom was in her room, I guess, watching Star Trek or something. I was doing like the Spider Dungeon map on like Raid Shadow Legends. So it was April Fool's. I thought about it for a while, and then I'm like, oh, I know how I'm gonna do this. I know how I'm gonna do this. I know exactly how I'm gonna do this. So what Airspace says I won't. I have agoraphobia. Agoraphobia. So Airspace says I won't. I have agoraphobia. What's agoraphobia? I've heard of arachnophobia. What's agoraphobia? What's agoraphobia? What is that? What do you mean? Amelia says I don't like Hogwarts spiders. And I mean, I got something to tell you too about something Harry Potter related, but it's not spiders, I promise you. But anyway, back to the joke. And again, I mean, it wasn't Hogwarts spiders I was talking about. It was Raid Shadow Legends, that spider dungeon. But hey, so say before I'm doing the spider dungeon on my computer. I'm doing what we call multi-battle run raids or something. My mom's in her room, and it's like an auto like battle, so that I have it set to. I run to my mom's room. I don't leave the house much. Oh, cool. That's what you meant. So I run to my mom's room as if I'm actually scared crapless. And I go to mom's room like, Mom, there's a spider on my screen. I need you to come kill it. So mom comes out here. I'm waiting in her room, just waiting. And I slowly come out knowing that she made it to the computer. And she looks at me. And again, she had brought a full towel and everything. And my mom looks at me dead in the eye and says, "You're an ass." And I'm like, April Fools. Hey, Matt, do you remember that?
What?
You coming over to my computer over during April Fools when I told you there was a spider on the computer?
Yes.
And it was just the boss that I was doing on my game?
Yes.
See? Validation.
I recall.
I can't get over that. It's too funny. I love you. And I do know she is going to get me one of these days. My mom will. If y'all don't know my mom, she will not take that. Well, I'll come back one of these days. And I just have to wait and find out what happens. So, Airspace says an anxiety disorder characterized by a fear of situations where escape may be difficult or help unavailable, often following a panic attack is. Oh, I'm sorry, Airspace. I didn't realize that was what you were going through. I'm sorry, buddy. Respect, brother. Love you. But okay, in regards to Amelia's what she said about Hogwarts, not read this part, but Hogwarts. And Amelia says, "Oh yeah, now I remember." Yep. But Amelia, I wanted to tell you this because I know you're a big Hogwarts Legacy fan, and it's almost retro, and I bought some coffee creamer. So recently, not really recently, a couple weeks ago, I went shopping at Market Basket, and they had like Harry Potter flavored coffee creamers, just not in International Delight flavor. I got the peppermint toad flavor. So I put in my cart. I guess some old guy, big beard and all, and I'm not even joking. He sees what I put in my cart. He sees the Harry Potter level. He obviously knows the movie. And he walks by me. And without a second hesitation, he looks at me and goes, "You're a wizard, Harry." And for whatever reason, I knew exactly how to respond. And I turned around real slow. I'm like, "What?" And he just looks at me, points at me. I'm like, yeah. So, yeah, that did happen, by the way.
What?
Oh, do you remember the Harry Potter creamer you got from?
Yeah.
So, Mom, when I was at Market Basket that day, I took it off the shelf to buy it and put it in my cart.
Uh-huh.
And it couldn't have been better timing, Mom, because this old guy with a beard and all walks by and goes, "You're a wizard, Harry."
Uh-huh.
And I just look at him and nail it and go, "I'm a fucking what?" And in mind, he gives me this look. He goes, and I'm like, He's like, "Have a nice day, Harry." I'm like, "You too, Hagrid." And there's people looking at us, smiling.
Did your sister eat her hot dogs last night?
No, I ate them because she brought home McDonald's for herself, so I didn't want them to go to waste.
Okay. I knew we were going to eat so many without buns, I would have only got one bag of buns instead of two.
It was late. I'm sorry. Midnight snacks are desperate moments.
Mm-hmm.
So. And I mean, it's like that movie about What About Bob with Bill Murray. What had that in the movie? Oh. Face cream smelling, face cream smelling. Airspire says, hey, just because I have a big beard doesn't mean I'm old. It's the gray beard that gives. What's that? What's that? Oh, here. See? The gelatin.
Oh, it's orange Jello with Cool Whip. They sell them that way.
You know they saw you spoon feed me just now.
Yeah, so?
I got a comment. Oh, stop.
Done.
Are you gonna break it?
I already did. I just need to hit it with my hand.
Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. Mom usually pulls this big bag of ice out of the freezer, and then she tells me like loud noise, and I have to mute everything. So, hey, Mom, would you do the honors of telling, like, from there you can tell them what my secret word is to you? The code word. Whenever I can't open something.
Oh, Zach proof.
That is the code word in this house. Anytime guys, I will go to this loving person with a snack that she'll hand me voluntarily, and I'll go up there and say, hey, Zach proofed it. So. Amelia says, Cuzzy met Hagrid just shopping. Well, bro had to go to Gringotts Wizard Bank before he gained the Diagon Alley, am I right? So, Airspire says, bag of buns sounds like a good name for a fast food joint. I love you. You seem cheap.
No, I don't know about sleep, but I'm going to go get some heat on my back because it's hurting. So.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you.
Hi, Munchie.
Oh, before you go, Amelia's referencing you. She says, just like a little baby, it was sweet mom is always allowed to spoon feed their children no matter how old you guys get.
Damn right.
What makes it even funnier is Amelia's also a mom, so only she would know.
You don't think your sister feeds me when she's cooking things? Here, try it. And I don't get the spoon. She feeds me. So, yeah, it's a thing.
Sorry. Airspire says bag of buns would sell. Wait, what? Airspire said bag of buns would sell hot dogs and ice cream. Essentially, a friendly is with a cooler name. Lol. I love you.
I love you too, baby. Come on, let's go watch some Star Trek.
Why? How am I not surprised you were going to go watch Star Trek?
Because that's what I do when I get home.
Okay. Touche. Speaking of heat, oh my god. Ah. Ditto. You know, had this been like one of them puddings that way went pretty. You know? Ah. Alex says, have you tried the new McDonald's meal? Alex, if you're talking about the McDonald's Land meal, I have not. Excuse me. That was not part of the script. Alizax, I've not tried the meal itself altogether. I have tried the McDonald's Land shake, which is like the blue shake with the pink whipped cream. I haven't had the fortunate ability to get the full meal because one, it's expensive by itself. Not to mention my Dash Pass on DoorDash like expired, and buying on DoorDash is even more expensive regarding the fees and all that. So, not to mention you have to like purchase Dash Pass with a $10 renewal each month. So yeah, it's not. I haven't been able to buy it. So Amelia says, no matter how old you get, you will always be babies to us, and there is nothing you can do. You will always be her little boy. Man, Amelia laying it on thick. I love you. I love you, Amelia. You're so right. And I love my mom. You know, sometimes when I'm feeling playful, I'll call mom on the day we're supposed to call, and I'll pull off the little boy bit. I will look at her, glasses off, and I'll just look at her. And normally it's better off if it's a rainy day or something. I go outside and I come inside and I have to call her, and my hair's all droopy like a wet dog. I'll look at mom going, "Mom," and she'll go, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh, mom, wet." So, you know, it's one of those situations, you know. It's I've grown to learn that I am, in fact, a gigantic sized baby boy, so I don't care. Airspace says, beam me up. The only thing we're going to be beaming you is a. Never mind. Not going there. Jello. I like Jello. Gelatin. Speaking of spoons, spoon. It says, for those that eat at McDonald's, they announced yesterday they recognize their menu has become too expensive, and will start lower their menu prices very soon. Hand purple, blue piece. Well, all I can say is, ow. My glasses just pulled the hair out of my eyebrow. Goddamn. But as I was about to say, it's about damn time. So, I never made it past 14 mentally. Lol. Yeah. I mean, I never really made it past. Y'all are gonna shoot me down for this. I never really made it past 10 years old mentally. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never made it past 10 years old mentally. I mean, there are days I am very adult-like and adult-worthy and act like the way I do. So, but never really made it past 10 years old mentally. I've been that way since that age. So, nom nom. Nom. I like num nums. Num check now. You know, if the no. Yeah, I heard you coming, little one. Why are you looking at me like that? Don't lick your lips. You don't look. Cat's eyeballing me. Come here. Come here. Come up here. I can't pet you if you're all the way down there, little one. This is a very heightened bar, so come on up here. Well, you gonna make an old butter? Well, not really old, but you gonna make me bend over? Really? What? You think you're so pretty, princess, that you gotta make me bend over? Oh, you such a baby. Now, get up here. I petted you, so I've earned you the right to come up here. Come here. Really? Come here. Up, up. You know you want to. Good girl. Come here. Oh, Maki, you pretty princess. Yeah. Playing hard to get now, huh? Maki. Typical Siamese princess, Persian princess cat. Alright, where was I? Oh, yes. I'm definitely not what did he say? I'm definitely not paying $4 for a hash brown. So, yeah, about damn time, Retro. A freaking man. Amelia says, and the best part is after they do that, the rest will follow suit. It's time for lower prices on everything. Discounts? Yeah, because I'm done paying the cheese tax or something that doesn't involve good cheese. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, Mom did pay me the cheese tax last night. She gave me a piece of cheese. The cheese that you gotta pay the cheese tax. Y'all remember that video? It's so good. Mikey. Oh, come on. Don't give me that look. Sorry, the cat's over the other side, guys. Mark, I know you want to come over here and give me lovins. You did not just be lovey-dovey to me and then go over there like you don't know me. Mark. Okay, look at me. Hey. Mark. Oh. Well, fine. You want to pull that cat? You leave me no choice but persuasion. Alright. So, guys, the thing about my sister's cat, Muck, is she won't play with a string, but she'll play with a stick. With a stick, come on. With a stick. I know you want the stick. Come here. Oh, locked. You got to come this way. Damn it, this cat is hard to get. Really, Matt? Get the stick. Get the stick. Come on. All right, fine. Have your way. We'll get it. So true. All that inflation stuff was a big lie. We've been lied to. No. It's a conspiracy, man. Typical hippie. Y'all remember that hippie van from Cardi's like, he's like, it's a big conspiracy, man. You know, that's nothing but the man. You know, stick a toot. Mikey, don't look at me like that. Don't give me that. Sorry, cats look at me from the other side. What? What, Mock? Don't bat your eyes at me. The cat, if you... The cat's on the other side of the damn laptop, batting her eyes at me like... Someone said it's out of hand when we get fast food and it's $30 to $36 for 3 people. Too much for sure. Amelia says, I agree. Fast food should never cost the same as a sit-down restaurant, and it costs just as much to get fast food as just going to a sit-down restaurant. Oh. Amelia, you know what? That's not the only shtick I have with McDonald's itself. I think y'all know where I'm about to go with this. Give me 1 sec to finish this ramen, and I'm a preach. Yeah. Give me a minute to finish my ramen, and I'm about to preach. Delicious, brothers. Yeah, I'm eating yellow. Mark, do you have anything better to do, Cat, than look at me ominously and try to make me giggle? Eesh. Hold on. Goodbye. Hello, you. Oh, what about onions? Airspire says, I think McDonald's is conspiring to make my burger taste like onions when I ordered no onions. Listen, Airspire, there is only two other people here that would agree with you on the no onion policy. Me, and of course, Amelia. Me and Amelia's arcade were just talking about the no onion policy. Like, we both hate onions. So, I think it was either her or me or someone in the chat said, why would you eat something that makes you cry? Clearly, the onions are evil because they make people cry. If they make you cry, then it's complete, explicit, perfect information that they're evil. So, of course, the onions are evil. They make you cry. So, I can't remember if that was me that said it or Amelia or someone in her chat. And she was also like battling, I guess, these gigantic like onion-like monsters. So I don't 100% remember. So, man after my own heart. Man after my own heart. I hate onions. You will see zero onions You will see zero onions, and the burger will be contaminated with onion flavor. Onions are evil. Well, guess what? I will boycott onions for a life living if it means not getting on my burgers. That to the audience. Look, y'all know what I'm about. I will sit there and I'll go. You know that Tom and Jerry episode when they're like the wild tribal people, and he goes, "Get up there, get up there," and then he's telling them to cut these different vegetables, put in the soup for Tom. He's like, "Get up there," and then he goes, "Get a carrot, get a carrot, get up there," and then he says, "Hold the onion." Team Pokemon, how's it going, brother? You're a little late to lunch party, but welcome in, brother. How you doing? But yes, I think in every cartoon, most cartoon aspects, they label onions to be the worst thing in the world, and I can only imagine why. So, Team Pokemon says, how is everyone doing today? Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon. I still remember that Aaron guy from YouTube where he did that bit where he's like, Pikachu, I choose you. We were both talking about how we hate onions, says yes. So Airspace says, I wonder if McDonald's is using onion powder on meat on the meat or grill. Oh my God, Ronald McDonald. If that's the case, Ronald McDonald has been conspiring against us this whole time. It's never been Hamburger's fault. It's always been the climate. See, did I tell you guys? It was Ronald McDonald's during the whole time. It was never the Hamburger that was the enemy. Hamburger was trying to save us. Listen, it all makes sense now. And I was right the whole time. I was right the whole damn time. I knew from childhood that Ronald McDonald and Grimace were sketch. They were shady. They were pulling some strings. They were dirty. They had too many hands in the pie. And they was getting They was pulling some dirty stuff. I knew that Ronald McDonald and Grimace were the ones that do people dirty. It was never Hamburger's fault. Hamburger was trying to be the man with the plan. He was trying to take one for the team because he was stealing the burgers, so we didn't have to eat them. So, no. You could go all you want and tell me Hamburger was yummy. No. It was Hamburger that was the hero, and Ronald McDonald was trying to poison our asses with onions. Oh my God. Could be Spark, could be. Damn you, Ronald. Damn you, Ronald McDonald, you're gonna get. That way we can order it. That way we can order it any way we want. We still get onion burger. Yep. I think Ronald McDonald's doing this dirty. He's pulling some sketch. Excuse me. Oh my God. Excuse me. Sorry. Hold on. Wait a minute. What? What if, right? Let's think. Hold on. Let's stop. Let's think about this for a sec. What if, right? What if? And this is just me throwing it out there. What if? What if Ronald McDonald made a sadistic deal with Shrek or the Onions or the Army of Onions or so? What if Ronald McDonald was conspiring with Shrek and made a deal with him in regards to onions? Oh my God. No. Why? It's always the freaking clowns, I tell you. People, I always tell people, clowns are in there like, me, 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 me. And I'm like, y'all laugh now, but you're going to find out. I told you, clowns are, in fact, evil. Maybe not all of them, but it's usually the ones that are big-idled clowns. Look, I'm not saying again, real quick, just about it. I'm not saying all clowns are evil. It's mostly ones that are literally celebrity type of clowns. Ones that are well known in celebrityhood. You are a good clown until you go big. Goes to your head. And Ronald done did it. It happened. I told you guys, I say all the time, it's gonna happen. And it happened, didn't it? Thank you. Bang. Case closed. I rest my case. Gavel now. Hit the gavel. Boink. And then I win. The onion conspiracy deepens and the plot thickens. Oh! They going for him. Go get him, boys! Go get him! I'm just kidding. They could have been any more convenient to have a siren go by right when I said that shit. God, I don't know. I just thought of it because my grandma used to have the garlic and onion powder on the rack. And I hated it when she put that on my burger. I feel like we have cracked the code here. Yep. We unlocked the damn code lock suitcase. We cracked the code code on that damn suitcase. And we found every bit of clue. case freaking gloves. We did it. It happened. Forget a game of whodunit. It just happened. Nope. All right, but before I get off here, because I did want to mention this to you guys, because I'm sure y'all are excited already for me playing a video game today regarding Raid. But hey, real quick, I got an update in regards to Raid Shadow Legends for those that don't play it or play it and don't have any clue. Prepare yourselves. Prepare your anus. Just kidding. So, for those that don't know, recently, and it was actually yesterday when this was announced and put into effect, Raid Shadow Legends. Hang back a second. Kick back on them verbal whips for a second. Hold on. That's it. I'm going. Wait, what did Airspire say? What did Airspire? What did he say? Airspire said, "That's it. I'm going to McDonald's right freaking now," and say, "Show me the damn powder." Airspire, I love you, man. Don't go there and say that Spider called the police on. Oh my god, you guys are too much. That is why I have still not regretted the fact that I've been on YouTube as a content creator for 13 years. I will never regret my time on YouTube. With this being 13 years on YouTube, I have still yet to find a reason to regret my years on YouTube. No. I love you guys to death. This is awesome. Oh, pickle me green and strawberry me red. Hello, Gretty. How you doing? Hi, Gray. What's up, buddy? What's going on? Oh, don't mind us, Gray. We be in conspiracy. We talk in conspiracies and literally, and Amelia, you're gonna laugh at this. We are talking conspiracies and literally and figuratively going and falling down the rabbit hole. So, yes, I said that, Mel, because we said Matt had earlier. God, everything's coming together. Anyway, back to what I was originally saying. Raid Shadow Legends is once again having another like promo thing. It's another one of their announcement things. They're like reward promo. Oh, sorry, okay. Oh, that's who she was meowing at. You.
Yeah.
Welcome home, my loving sister. How you doing?
Good. Don't get used to leaving for 40 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Anywho, like I was saying, Raid Shadow Legends has once again teamed up with like a TV show like company. It's your retro TV show. So Airspire said took a shovel to the rabbit hole. Airspire, no offense, we ain't going down that kind of rabbit hole. It's not retroing anybody. Anyway, so I hear my sister's milk out of my room. So Raid Shadow, damn, your sister is wicked. She has a boyfriend. Stop it. Wee, y'all are trying to get me in trouble. No.
Fair enough.
No. Delay. Damn it! I can't remove that chat message. Damn it! Frack. Damn it! Damn it! That's why you're trying to get my ass in trouble, are you? Okay, anyway, like I was saying. Um, so Raid Shadow Legends has got a retro style champion chase promo along with them having like an event dungeon. And you'll never believe what it is. Hello.
Don't you?
Alright, real quick though, I'll be quick, I promise.
What?
Raid Shadow Legends? The thing I played, remember how they had He-Man as one of their promos?
I guess. I don't know.
Guess what?
What?
They have, and you guys listen to this too. They have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as their promo. Like their free Champion Chase event is none of the Michelangelo.
Yeah.
The premium Champion Chase event is Donatello. And the event dungeon boss, take a wild guess.
I don't know, dude.
Shredder. So, this is, yeah, they take in the whole challenge Fortnite to how many references they can make too seriously. So, yeah, boy.
I want to fucking make pasta. Since I'm sick.
Yeah. But yeah, they have but yeah, they're having a but yeah, guys, they're having a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Champion Chase event promo. They have like Michelangelo's free Champion Chase you can get, or you can get the premium account and get Donatello. They also have the event dungeon, which is now yours truly, the classic villain Shredder. So this is gonna be interesting. That's actually the next thing we're gonna be doing is we are going to be doing a lot of the event dungeon when I get to my account in Raid, and we're gonna and I don't know if some of you know this, but when it comes to the free champion chase event in Raid, you log in, and each day you log in, it like rewards you a spot in the champion chase, and you get like a random reward. And after the 7 days of the week for the champion chase, the last reward on the 7th day is in fact that legendary champion. So 7 days from now, and again, it only works if you log in each day. Only registers, that is. 7th day I play that game, I'm going to be getting Michael frickin' Angelo Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle champion in Raid. And it's funny to me because he's part of the champion for Michelangelo and Donatello. They are part of the Lizardmen faction, which is so accurate. Not because they're turtles, and I don't think they'd fit under any other tribe or faction in Raid other than Lizardmen faction. And that's still kind of beneficial to our gameplay because out of all the champion factions we've ever gotten in that game, we have never gotten a higher ranked Lizardmen faction. Or tribe, whatever we call it. We've never gotten a Lizardmen's faction legendary champions. This is kind of nice that we're going to finally get that opportunity. So, and at this rate, if someone says, oh, don't use this character, he's complete trash, I'm still going to use him because, again, it's not only just a champion that's retro, it's a champion of a character I grew up watching. So, any of the chat that thinks, oh, don't use him, trash, good luck to you, sir. So, you know. And Amelia said, I just realized I was behind in chat. Caught up now. All right. Well, in any case, Amelia, everyone in chat, I've been on here for 2 hours live streaming. We already filmed me, like, making my lunch. We talked for that 2 hours. Like, y'all, like, everyone in chat, this is probably the longest, like, chat and chill stream we've ever done. I normally only go, like, to a half hour to an hour, but since we had a good, really back and forth volley style convo, I think this was nice. So, like, in a few minutes, guys, once I move this computer back to the table, I'm gonna go ahead and set up a raid. I already have the thumbnail made and everything, so I'll see you guys then. Please stay tuned. Remember, thank you all so much for watching. If you would please like, comment, subscribe, because always remember, one like equals one luck, one Lego, one subscription equals one Lego brick to build a community. And don't forget to ring that bell icon to get notified for more videos, because if you ring the bell, you might just be saved by the bell. Yeah, my lunch will be here very soon. I'm gonna. Well, what are you eating, Amelia? What'd you order? What you ordering? Come on. Now you gotta spill the beans, Amelia. Can't go till you spill the beans. Amelia, what'd you order? What'd you order? What you getting? And Aerospace says, I have to stop being lazy and make food now. Love you guys, man. Yeah, Amelia, spill the beans. What'd you order? And where you're from? What'd you order? She's probably not even here. Anyway. Anywho, so with all that, you might be saved by the bell. And I thank you for watching. Please have a nice day. May the retro be with. Oh, thank you. That actually helps. I know it wasn't your thing, so thanks. Oh, this is fried shrimp and fries fly. Would that still count as fish and chips? Ari, shrimp and fries still count? Yeah. But yes, thank you all for watching. Please remember to. This. If you didn't see this whole video, please remember. All right, I found it up again. Thank you all, and have a nice day. May the retro be with you. Stay retro. Remember, if you're not retro, you're repro. Live long and prosper. Peace and long life. And kaplow. And don't forget, if you haven't seen this full video, either restart or please be kind and rewind. I'll see you guys later. Let's get this outro ready.